This is Mrs. Davis. This is AP Calculus. We're on lesson 7-6, separation of first order differential equations, finding the general solutions, and we're on the second video. So let's start out with, I did some examples in the first video. Why don't you try to do some of the examples on this page and then come back and go through the video and see if you got the solutions correct. So just go ahead and stop the video and give these a try and then come back again. So if you're back, let's see how you did on these problems. So first one, we would say that this is y dy is equal to x squared dx. Separation of variables. Do not then just do this. Just do the second step. Leave it without those to show the separation. And then it's the integral of y dy is the integral of x squared dx. So one more step. Won't hurt you to just write that again. So then taking the derivative of the integral of y, it's 1 half y squared is equal to 1/3 x cubed plus c. And then we get y squared is 2/3 x cubed plus c. Okay, now you can say y is plus or minus the square root of 2/3 x cubed plus c, or you can keep it in explicit if you want to. Let's see, if we multiplied through by 3 and kept that 2, is that supposed to be 3/2 or 2/3? Let me see. I am multiplying by 2, so it comes to 2/3. Okay. So it could be, you could keep it, let's see, you could multiply everything through by 3, so I'm talking about here. So you could say 3y squared plus minus, it could be minus, right? Minus 2x cubed equals c. 2x squared, 3, so, yeah. Or you could make, it's usually x squared and y squared, right? So you could put the y on that side, but then you'd get a negative c. So anyway, you certainly can write it like that. Is this supposed to be cubed? Yeah, it's supposed to be cubed, right? Yeah. All right, let's look at sine x and y squared. So separating your variables would be 1 over y squared dy is sine x dx. So integrate that. I'm going to switch it to y to the negative 2 dy is the integral of sine x dx. Taking the antiderivative, I would have negative 1 over y equals negative cosine x plus c. So y would be positive 1 over cosine x plus c. Remember that cosine x has got to stay down there. That's how they keep it. Once you solve for y, you gotta, when you go for that, you've got to keep it, especially when you flip it. That c's got to stay down there because it's really 1 over c. Okay. Let's go to exponential again. First of all, separating it's not hard. 1 over y dy is x dx. So integrate it. 1 over y dy is the integral of x dx. So this would be ln of the absolute value of y is equals 1 half x squared plus c. Now, we can't leave it like this. We have to solve for y, and to solve for y, we change it to an exponential function. So e to the 1 half x squared plus c would equal the absolute value of y, which would be positive. So we can say y equals e to the 1 half x squared plus c. You rarely see it this way. You should always pull the c down in front. I showed you why in the last video. So you have y equals c e to the 1 half x squared. Now, the reason is this is an exponential function, and you know what? That's a, there's your e, there's your rate and time. So we want to get that c down in front anyway. This does not look like your exponential functions that you're used to seeing. All right? Okay, so that's that. Let's look at this little thing that says sometimes you must make it work. So I wonder how you did if you tried this one. We just need to get our x's and y's separated. So if you factor out, if you saw that you could do that, if you factor out 2x, you get y plus 2. So there I have it. I have them separated. I have an x times a y. So I have 1 over y plus 2 dy is equal to 2x dx. So then let's integrate that. 1 over y plus 2 dy is the integral of 2x dx. Now, you could use substitution, but it's not going to change anything. So this is just ln of the absolute value of y plus 2 is equal to x squared plus c. So that would mean e to the x squared plus c is equal to y plus 2, absolute value of y plus 2. And this is always going to be positive, so you can take off the absolute value sign. So you get c e to the x squared minus 2 equals y. C e to the x squared minus 2. So there you have it. So that's lesson 7.6. It was more like, hey, here's a technique, okay? And so we'll do a video on the topic questions, and I will give you the answers to them in the video for 1 through 4. And actually, I think 4 on the topic questions is a step ahead. But I'll talk about that on the next video. But then I definitely want to have the topic question number 5 video for the next video.